Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I'm your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious, and we are gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Greenville, South Carolina. But before we do, big news that we do need to discuss. First and foremost, much like always, we are WWE Shop affiliates. So what that means is, if you're listening to this on audio form, all you got to do, go in the description tab and click the link there. Or if you're watching the video, you can go in the description, click the link, or scan that QR code right there on the screen, and it'll take you to our exclusive link to WWE Shop. So you can make whatever purchase for whatever item you want, and we here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission, which in turn helps us make this show better for you. Also, folks, we do need to go over, because I did mention it last week, and it is official! The higher-ups in the Main Event Wrestling Network have officially declared it this coming Friday, the 23rd of May. We are doing a 24-hour live stream, and yours truly is going to be taking part in that. Now, I will tell you this, you're going to want to go and follow the Main Event Twitter account, which is mainevent_net. Also, look for the Main Event Wrestling Network's YouTube page. The stream will be viewable on there. Folks, I cannot stress enough on how all of us at the Main Event Network are excited about this, and what, man, we have got so much fun stuff planned. And in the immortal words of the good brother himself, Doc Gallows, shit is gonna get weird. Make sure y'all are ready for that. Now that we're done going over all of that, one last thing do need to address. Folks, make sure you check out whatamaneuver.net for some Vicious Rants apparel. We have t-shirts, tanks, women's tees, toddler tees, and baby onesies. Perfect gifts for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or a gift just to get to give to goodwill. Also, might I also mention the 500 contest that I did run not too long ago. Folks, we are close to breaking a new record for the subscriptions. If we can hit over 800 before the end of the year, I will pick 2 other subscribers to win Vicious Rants apparel. So, the ball's in your court now. Now we're done going over all that. Folks, let's talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. It started out with, well, you could call it the Bloodline, but they don't call them the Bloodline anymore on commentary. It was Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb, who they're now referring to as JC Mateo. And listen, as long as the name change makes sense, I'm all for if a wrestler gets a different name in a different company, because here's the thing. When you are going and working for one company, and you might be known as, and I'm going to pluck random examples out of the air, you might be known as Rex Steele in this company. Okay, well, guess what? Rex Steele either got let go, did something stupid, and got fired, or or just straight up quit. So, if he leaves and takes that name with him, he's taking an intellectual property that company built put time and effort and money into making Rex Steele. So he's going and taking all of that and making money off of their work. So yeah, you can kind of see why, why WWE is kind of particular about, hey, we want to own them, we want to give you a name, we kind of want to own the right to it, It makes sense. Like I said, as long as the name change makes sense. Like in case, Finn Balor went from Fergal Devitt into Finn Balor, which is a hell of a lot better than Potato O'Hallahan or some other generic Irish stereotype name. A good recent example of a bad name change. Shorty G. That's a good example of a bad name change. But either way, I'm all for JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb, however you want to address them. I'm cool with it. I like it. Either way. Solo, the boys, they're out there. Solo's hyping up how his main man right here, Jacob Fatu, won and is still the U.S. champ. And soon he's going to win his Money in the Bank qualifier and bring the world title back home to the family. And we'll get into his qualifier match in a moment. Now, then Jacob wound up getting on the mic, talking about on how he's all gas and no brake, and then Solo interrupted him, and I'm paraphrasing this part, mind you, but Solo stopped him, was like, no, halt. Solo, I get you're all gas, no brake, man. I get you're all that, but remind me again. You acknowledge me? How did you tell people that you love me? Say it. Say it one more time for me again. Please, it's been a while. What does it used to say? Solo, I love you. Right? And then, next thing you know, we heard the music of the one and only megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy, yeah. And they're all lined up, waiting for him to come out. What's he do? Sneaks up through the crowd coming from behind, takes him down, and then turns and runs. Oh, that was a quick, good hit and run move. We'll get more into the fallout of that in a moment. But the other highlights from SmackDown, we had a women's Money in the Bank qualifier match. We had Little Miss Bliss herself, all 5 foot of Fury, Alexa Bliss, in a match going against Chelsea Green and Michin. And I wish I could remember the dude who was stupid enough to put this on Twitter, saying that Alexa is an old lady, which is funny considering she was the youngest woman in the match. And she was only about, I believe, about 33. So, yeah. Some people just really, really, really need to have a good old-fashioned shot to the back of the head just to learn, But either way, good match. I liked it. It was Alexa wound up getting the win, and listen, I'm very fickle about my DDTs, mostly because back in my day when I did compete, my finisher was a vicious DDT, and I'd drop a sumbitch on their head just like Jake Roberts would. I am very picky about my DDTs because of that, and I will say this, I definitely dig the way Bliss does her DDT. I love it. We also have Fraxium going against DIY. It was a great tag match. Fraxium wound up getting the win. After the match, DIY did a beatdown on them. Wound up getting saved by Motor City Machine Gunzo. Excuse me. We also had Aleister Black going against Carmelo Hayes, which was good. Ended in a DQ though with Miz, because the Miz came in and attacked Aleister mid-match. Miz wound up getting hit with the Black Mass, and it ended with Hayes taking down Black. So yeah. We also had, then there was the triple threat that Solo was in. It was Solo Sikoa, easy for me to say. Speak right, damn it. Jimmy Uso against Rey Fenix for a Money in the Bank qualifier. This is a good match. Solo wound up getting the win, obviously. So, yeah. Real cool to see that. So, that's going to be something with Solo at Money in the Bank. And then we had the one and only megastar, LA Knight. Yeah. Going against JC Mateo. And this was a good good coming out party for Mateo, Jeff Cobb. However you want to address him, I will say that. But it was a good match. I dug it. And yeah, oh man. Ooh, wow. It was good to see. Mateo wound up getting the win. And then we had our main event, which was the Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending her coveted Women's Championship against Nia Jax. And this was a good match. I dug it. Naomi came out at one point to go run interference, was stopped by Jade. Obviously, them two aren't done if we don't get something at... I'm trying to think the right way to say this. My predictions, latest, we'll get something at SummerSlam. Soonest, Backlash. Either way, though, I thought it was a good match. And at one point, Nia, she wound up bringing in a chair when the ref wasn't looking. Tiff wound up doing a drop kick and caught her. Now, Nia wound up getting busted open on the side of her face. If you're looking at the video, you can see the part where I'm pointing at, around in that area. And if the show didn't end after that spot was supposed to be planned and set up, man, Nia would have been walking around the rest of that match wearing the proverbial crimson mask because she was a bloody mess, literally. Thankfully, though, it wasn't, and it did end. But what I noticed looking at the stills from it was Tiff wound up hitting the business end of the chair that you're supposed to get hit with when you go and get hit with a chair. Nia caught the part that's I don't know how else to describe it, but like the underbelly. The part that's underneath the chair. That part caught her in the face. I don't know if it was like a sharp edge on that, or if it was just one of the corners caught her on the face, or if it was just a 1 in a million fluke that it just caught her in a sensitive spot right then and there. But whatever. She's good. She was fine. She was talking about it moments after it all happened. So, yeah. So, your winner and still WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. So, with that said, let's get into the show. Raw in Greensville, South Kakalaki. It starts out with the walking douche nozzle himself, Logan Paul. Yeah. Joy. Logan Paul comes out, hypes up his match coming up at Saturday night's main event against Jey Uso, and talks about on how he's going to win, he's going to become a world champion, and he's got Jay's number because he knocked Jey out 3 different times already. Then Gunther comes out, looks at him. Now, hold on, Logan, I want to talk to you for a moment. Now, I respect you, Logan, because social media influencer, YouTuber, you took a simple thing and made yourself into a multi-million-dollar icon. And look at you now. You are truly something. I personally could probably learn something from you. But know this. After Saturday night's main event, no matter who wins, whether it's you or Jey Uso, I am going to run through you. I am going to hurt you. And then I am going to be the World Heavyweight Champion again. Then Jey wound up coming out. And then Jay just straight up, he took down Logan Paul. And was just, and Gunther just looking like, fuck it, I'm gonna go have a Pepsi and smile. Yeah. So, with that all said and done, now that we're done with the opening segment, let's get into the first match of the night. Penta Zero Mero teaming with damn it, Wade, fix the cue cards. Teaming with Uncle Allen himself, AJ Styles, and the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and JD McDonagh with Carlito ringside. Now, really, really good solid start with JD and AJ at starting off the match. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Little phlegmy. But, really good solid start. I liked it. Good action. Penta wound up getting in. Wound up actually becoming a punching bag for a little bit. And then AJ got the tag in, cleaned up house some, and then he himself became the punching bag for a moment, for a good while, until Penta wound up getting a hot tag. It was good action. I thought it was a really nice tag match. Nice, good, fresh start to the show. Match came to an end when Penta looked like he was getting ready to finish everything up. Next thing you know, wouldn't you know it, El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador to hail from the Gulf of America, came up out of nowhere, headbutted the Penta in the back of the head, and then it was either Carlito or Finn, one of them, threw Penta back into the ring, and then Finn wound up hitting the coup de grace for the 1-2-3. Next up, we had Women's Triple Threat Money in the Bank qualifier. The man, Becky Lynch, going against Roxanne Perez, which it is official, excuse me, Roxanne Perez is now officially part of the WWE Monday Night Raw roster, as well as Julia, with her beautiful madness, is now officially part of the Friday Night SmackDown roster. So it's Becky versus Roxanne versus Natayla in a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier. And I will say this, Roxanne shined. This girl shined throughout the entire match. I cannot complain about it one bit. And this, very much so, kind of like with JC, this felt like it was a welcome to the party kind of match. Welcome to the club, you know? It was great to see. I definitely dug the hell out of it, you know? And just, I don't know on how else to describe it. Now, at one point, Lyra came out and took Becky out of the match to keep her from getting a win and being in Money in the Bank, which then led to Roxanne and Natayla for a bit. And Roxanne wound up actually getting the win doing the Pop Rocks on Natty for the 1-2-3. Also, take a moment to appreciate the fact that on commentary, Michael Cole, clear as day, addressed that Natayla not only competed in Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, but the NWA Crockett Cup. Man, how freaking cool is that? Because if you would have, if we were to rewind the clock back, let's see, oh, it's 2025. If we would have rewound the clock back seven years ago to 2018, and somebody told me, hey, WWE is going to start talking about other companies, I would have laughed my ass off like you wouldn't believe. Like, there ain't no way they gonna do that. But look, next up. So, with that said, next up we had Jimmy! We had Sheamus coming out to bring us a banger of a match against Grayson Waller, who did have Austin Theory ringside, but Austin just kind of was like, yay, go buddy. Excuse me, good God, I am sorry, folks. I don't typically cough this bad on the show. Either way, it was a good match. Jimmy wound up beating Waller's ass from pillar to post. And now Waller, he wound up leading the match into the commercial break, but Jimmy wound up picking up the momentum and winning, getting the win from the second half of the match during post break, and wound up getting the win when Waller went to go do 10 beats of the Ballard. We did boom, boom, and Sheamus just looking there like, are you really trying to use my own move against me? And then you just see Waller try to run. He's like, no. Come here. You're going to take your ass whooping like a man. And then hit him with the beats of the Ballard and then broke. So next up we have women's triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier. Rhea Ripley versus the returning Kairi Sane. And my God, it is so good to see Kairi Sane again. Oh, so good. And not only that, can we just talk about on how she blew up? Like, I'm not saying she got like China huge, but my God, compared to the size she was before, she got jacked. And I am freaking impressed on that. But either way, Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and Zoey Stark, good solid action, and all three were doing good. Great to see Kairi return. Unfortunately, really bad incident did happen during the show. Zoey wound up landing the wrong way and really wrecked her knee. No one knows the extent of the injury yet. Nothing has been said, nothing has been reported. So unfortunately, as of the time of this recording, we have no idea what happened to her. All we know is she wrecked her leg really bad because when she did the landing, she screamed like bloody murder. Not in a work way, but in a legit way. And then the cameras had to cut away from her. You see Rhea and Kairi looking at each other like, okay, well, what do we do? And then the cameras literally looking everywhere else except over at Zoey, and then they cut the commercial. So yeah, Zoe got taken out. I hate saying it like this, especially during a time like this, but it's the God's honest truth. And I mean this in no way, shape, or form in an insultive way. This ain't ballet, folks. People get hurt. This is honest to goodness shit. Seth went into WrestleMania 40 with a torn ACL. Steve Austin broke his damn neck in the middle of a match. Triple H literally tore his quadricep clean off the bone. Like the meat was plucked right off the bone. Clean off. You know, this ain't ballet. I don't know what else to tell you. So, unfortunately, accidents happen. People get hurt. I am hoping for nothing but the best for Zoe, and I really do hope Zoey Stark returns soon because she is one that I do like to see. With that said, though, it wound up turning into a one-on-one between Kairi and Rhea, and I give them two girls mad credit where credit's due because on the fly they had to call making a one-on-one match. Whereas they had everything planned out for a triple threat and just, okay, this is, wow. Well, yeah. So it was a good match. It ended with Rhea getting the win via a Riptide for the 1-2-3. So, again, I really hope for nothing but the best for Zoey Stark. That said, now let's move into our main event of the night. It was main event Jey Uso going against the big bad booty nephew himself, Bron Breakker. And you want to talk about this had some really good action. This had some good action. Bron, he was leading the pace for the match the whole way through. Now, it's not to say Jay didn't get his licks in, because he did, but my God. If... trying to think the right way to say this, because I got it in my head. If Jay is going to be one of those kind of guys that has the challenger lead the pace for it, and more to the point, just the new guys lead the pace in his matches, dude, all for it. I love seeing that. I love seeing where the new guys can go when they're in charge, when they call the match. Either way, though, the match ended via a DQ because partway through, Seth Rollins showed up, and then him and Bron were starting to do a beatdown, and then, hooray! They were saved by Sami Zayn. And then, Sami, he was not alone. Oh, no, no, no. Because you see, he did then receive backup by the Clown Maker himself, Pepsi Phil Punkish the 77th. Is that... Yeah, that's his right name. CM Punk. Either way, then Sami had CM Punk with him. And folks, they did also announce at Saturday night's main event, it's going to be a tag match. Sami and Punk going against Seth and Bron Breakker. And I can't help but laugh and think, okay, you got the Street Punk kid teaming with the Ska Punk kid. How freaking awesome is that? But either way, Punk and Sami showed up. They helped clear house, and then they wrecked them, owned the ring, and then they brawled for a minute, went out into the crowd, and it ended with Jay holding up the title. Yeah, I'm the champ, I'm the champ, I'm the champ. And then next thing you know, I don't know where, boom! Logan Paul hits him with a shot. And honestly, my biggest takeaway was, and I don't know if it was the lighting from the camera or what, but Logan Paul's one tooth looked like orange. And I mean like carrot orange. Like a carrot Bugs Bunny would be eating kind of orange. Like, did he eat something and just some bad food dye got caught on that? Or, like, what? Huh. Excuse me. Either way, so then it ended with Logan Paul standing tall over Jay. But that is it for this week's show, folks. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter or any other social media for that matter at Tim Vicious. Like I said, 99% of the time you look for Tim Vicious on social media, chances are it's yours truly. If you're listening to this on audio, share that. We are building that platform as well, folks. Thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, do not forget to check out these cool-ass cats on the Twitter, DSP_IV, Main Event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network Twitter account. Check them out for the details for the 24-hour stream. Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D Dryer 1986. Folks, I can't stress this enough. Like I always tell you, if you love me, great, and if you hate me, well,
Shut up and sit down.
fuck yous.